Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is draft day here on Goal to Goal Podcast. The NFL 2023 draft is going down today, and today I'm going to be giving my official mock draft. So, yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into this. Okay, number 1, Carolina Panthers. I got Bryce Young. That's what almost everyone has at number 1. I'm not going to believe any of these other rumors about the Panthers or Texans. So, I'm going to have the Texans taking CJ Stroud, too, because I think CJ Stroud is the one they want. I'm not buying any of these other rumors that people are just trying to make stories about. Yeah. Number 3, I got the Cardinals taking Will Anderson Jr. I think he's the best player on the board for the Cardinals and the safest option on the board too. So I don't think that's much of a debate. At number 4, I have the Indianapolis Colts taking quarterback Will Levis out of Kentucky. I think with his cannon of an arm, this definitely is the safe option and an option where he can get right in there day one, take snaps, and help get the Colts some wins. Number 5, Seattle Seahawks. I got Tyree Wilson. I think he's also the safest option. I think he's one of the best options on the board and will help on Seattle's front 7 as defense is where they need help the most. At number 6, the Detroit Lions. I have them taking Jalen Carter. You know, Seahawks could take him, I guess. Maybe, not likely Cardinals, but I think he's going to come off to the Lions. At number 7, I have a projected trade. So, the Falcons have the 8th pick, and I think there's a chance they take running back Bijan Robinson, one who myself and a lot of other Eagles fans really want to come to Philly. So I think the Raiders trade back 2 picks to number 10, and the Philadelphia Eagles trade up to number 7 and draft running back Bijan Robinson out of Texas. I'm praying that something happens, whether the Falcons don't take him or the Eagles trade up for him, because I really want him. I think he's a generational player and can really help this Eagles offense and take them to a whole nother level. So with Bijan Robinson off the board, I think the Atlanta Falcons take edge rusher Nolan Smith out of Georgia. I think he's a safe pick for the Falcons. Chicago Bears, forgive me if I say the name wrong, but I think they take offensive tackle Peter Skoronski. I think he's the best offensive tackle on the board, and I think he can protect Justin Fields really well in that Bears offense. Now, number 10. Since the Raiders traded back now to number 10, they're still going to be able to take their future quarterback, Anthony Richardson, out of Florida State, or out of Florida. And they're going to give him 2 years to develop behind Jimmy Garoppolo, and eventually he'll come in and be a very talented player in the NFL. Now moving on to the Tennessee Titans. I had the Titans taking wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba for whoever's playing quarterback for him this year to throw to. Traylon Burks obviously wasn't what everyone hoped. I mean, some of that was because a lot of them wanted to compare him to A.J. Brown. Obviously, there's not many people that are as good as A.J. Brown in the league. So, not all Burks' fault, but I think Njigba will be a good equalizer here on the receiving corps for the Titans. Now, at number 12, I have the Houston Texans taking edge rusher Myles Murphy, because I think they'll take whoever, Nolan Smith or Myles Murphy, still on the board. I think whoever's still on the board for him, they'll take. At number 13 now, the Green Bay Packers. I have the Green Bay Packers taking tight end Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame. I think the Packers just want to get some weapons for Jordan Love in that offense, as the defense is pretty good. I just think they want to get some people and some good people for Jordan Love to throw the ball to. I think that's what they care about for draft, and I think everything on the defense they can just go for in like free agency or maybe second round. New England Patriots. I have the Patriots taking cornerback Christian Gonzalez. Now, a lot of people are going to want Christian Gonzalez to see he's still on the board right now. So there's no reason why the Patriots don't take Christian Gonzalez here, best player on the board. New York Jets, I have them taking Paris Johnson Jr. out of Ohio State to give Aaron Rodgers some protection there, and some good protection because he's one of the best offensive tackles in the draft. And then I think the Washington Commanders end up taking Devin Witherspoon out of Illinois. And then, because Devin Witherspoon, why is he still on the board? There's no way Washington passed it up on a cornerback that good. Now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, like father, like son, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers drafting Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State. Of course, his father played for the Steelers, so I think the Steelers will want to pick him, with him being one of the best cornerbacks still on the board. Now at pick 18, I have a projected trade alert. So as you know, last year the Dolphins lost their first round pick this year, and there's only 31 picks opposed to 32 this year. I think the Dolphins find a way to trade up with the Detroit Lions to get the 18th pick of the draft. And who I think the Dolphins take? I think they take Broderick Jones, offensive tackle out of Georgia, to help protect Tua, because injuries were a huge problem for the Dolphins and Tua this season, especially Tua. So I think they want to get some extra protection for Tua to make sure he doesn't sustain a bad injury like he did last year. That kept him out for a long time and put a lot of concerns on the team. Now at pick number 19, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I've been taking Brian Branch out of Alabama. I think that's a good option for the Bucs, because the Bucs have always had a good defense over the last few years, and I think they want to keep that defense, as a lot of their defense is aging, and some of their defense is seeking trades or free agents, see options outside of Tampa Bay. So I think they want to bring Brian Branch and sustain that defense, and just have Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask play quarterback for this year, as they already got the Super Bowl with Tom Brady, so they don't need to worry about quarterback this year. At number 20, I have the Seattle Seahawks taking edge rusher Lucas Van Ness. I think he is the best edge rusher still on the board, and could even go up higher than this if my mock draft is wrong. Now at number 21, with Austin Eckler seeking trade out of LA, I have the Los Angeles Chargers taking running back Jahmyr Gibbs, the second best running back in the draft. Kind of is a Alvin Kamara type style rusher, and I think he can bring a lot of good play in the backfield for LA. And I think it's not a bad pick for him, because I think if they don't pick him there, someone else is going to pick him. Now at number 22, I have the Baltimore Ravens taking wide receiver Jordan Addison out of USC to accompany Odell Beckham Jr. and Rashad Bateman, and I think that will definitely persuade Lamar to want to re-sign with the Ravens, as they'll have a really good receiving core if they draft a wide receiver in the draft. So I think Jordan Addison will go to Baltimore and will accompany Odell and Rashad Bateman. And also they got Nelson Aguilar too, so it's not a bad receiving core. Also, Odell and Nelson Aguilar both have Super Bowls, so you have 2 Super Bowl champs on your receiving core now, Baltimore. So now at number 23, this pick, some people will be with me on, but some people won't. I've got the Vikings taking quarterback Hendon Hooker out of Tennessee. Reason why is because Kirk Cousins, I don't think he's going to get you to a Super Bowl. I like Kirk Cousins. I think he's a good guy, but I don't think he's going to get you to a Super Bowl. So I think Hendon Hooker sits behind Kirk Cousins for the next year or two, develops him, and then 2024 he comes in and leads the Vikings to a deep playoff berth or a deep playoff run with Justin Jefferson on the receiving core. So I think this is definitely a really safe pick for Minnesota, as this is a dual threat quarterback too, and I think will be one of their best quarterbacks that they've had in a long time. Because Hendon Hooker, I think, also is a sleeper in this draft, just because you have all the good quarterbacks in the top 10. I think some people are forgetting about him. I think he can be a real sleeper pick. Also, I have the Buccaneers taking Stetson Bennett in like 3rd or 4th round, so the Bucs will get a quarterback option later in the draft. Now at number 24, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got the Jaguars taking Cam Smith, cornerback out of South Georgia. I think they want to keep that defense being one of the best defenses in the league right now, and I think they want to do that by drafting Cam Smith. Now the New York Giants, I think they draft wide receiver Quinton Johnston out of TCU. Reason why is because they were able to get to the divisional last year with anyone that could barely even make a difference in that receiving core, and that isn't even worthy of being a wide receiver 1 or 2 on a good NFL team. So I think they should elevate that potential by taking wide receiver Quinton Johnston, as he is the best wide receiver still on the board here. Dallas Cowboys, I think with the departure of Dalton Schultz, they draft tight end Dalton Kincaid out of Utah just to be a good option and a good weapon for Dak Prescott out in the field. Or on the field. At number 27, I have the Buffalo Bills taking Brian Brees out of Clemson, defensive tackle out of Clemson. I think as Buffalo's defense isn't getting any younger and they're aging, I think they definitely want to draft someone that can keep their defense going, keep them being really athletic, and one of the best defenses in the league, as they did lose Tremaine Edmonds to the Chicago Bears. Now, at number 28, I have the Cincinnati Bengals taking offensive tackle Darnell Wright. Reason why is because they tried fixing the O-line last year. Didn't work out too well, so now if they do it again this year, they got Orlando Brown from the Chiefs. I think they should draft an offensive tackle again to accompany Joe Burrow, and a young one too that can be with the team for a long time. At number 29, I have the New Orleans Saints taking Isaiah Foskey, edge rusher out of Notre Dame. Forgive me if I said the name wrong. I don't know if I said it right or wrong. But I think that's who they will take out of Notre Dame. I think the defense isn't getting younger. Cam Jordan isn't getting younger. I think they want to think about into the future to when Cam Jordan might not be on the Saints, or some of their defense might be getting a lot older. So I think that's a very safe option for New Orleans. Now, at the 30th pick, I have the Philadelphia Eagles taking edge rusher Will McDonald out of Iowa State. I think Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham aren't getting any younger. Unfortunately, it really hurts to say this, but I don't know how much longer they'll be in Philly for. So I think they have to think about when they won't be on the team. And plus, this guy will be amazing alongside Hassan Reddick. This would be one of the best edge rushing teams in the game, already having a top 3, top 2 defense in the game. So I think this is a really good pick for Philadelphia, and I think they would score if they were able to pick this guy at 30. And now in the last pick of the first round, I have the Kansas City Chiefs, defending Super Bowl champs, taking wide receiver Zay Flowers out of Boston College. Reason why is because I think they lost Juju Smith-Schuster. Last year they lost Tyreek Hill. I think they just got to get a permanent, sustainable wide receiver option that's young and can be alongside Patrick Mahomes for years to come. And I think that will be Zay Flowers at number 31. So yeah, comment down below how you like this mock draft. Draft is going down today at the time I post this video. So I really hope a lot of these happen. I think the Panthers getting Bryce Young. I'm praying the Eagles are able to get Bijan Robinson. And tell me what ones I was right on, what ones I might have been wrong on. I think this mock draft isn't the worst one I've seen. And yeah, so I'll scroll down real quick to show you guys what I got going on right here. Anthony Richardson 10. Jackson Smith-Njigba at 11. You know, Joey Porter at 17. I think that would be a pretty unique pick for the Steelers. Brian Branch, I think some got Tampa Bay maybe taking a quarterback, but I think they can get, if they really want a quarterback, just take Seston Bennett in the like 3rd or 4th round. You know, you literally had Tom Brady. He was like 5th round, so whatever. And yeah, hope you're all having an amazing day. It's draft day, everyone. Super hyped up, super excited. God bless. Have a great day, and I'll see you all after the draft.